Hi there, I'm Stephen Oliver. I'm the founder of Mile High Karate. We were founded in 1983 and have been going strong ever since all over the world. I'm sure you had a great experience at your first lesson, and I'm hoping that you'll take some really serious time to go through the information on this webpage before coming back in for your second lesson. And at your second lesson, the instructors are going to go through a thorough evaluation. And between now and then, we've given you a piece of paper. It looks something like this. If for your support, if you don't have a copy of it, there is a printout of it here on this website. You can print it out. What will be helpful is if you go through as a family. And anybody involved with financial decisions, transportation, other decisions about the child or about yourself as a student that need to go through and answer these questions, please go through as a family. And the questions here are to discuss as a family, and it's helpful to just print out the piece of paper, write down your answers, and share these with your instructors when you come in. But for a child, talk about how they like the class, how they like the instructors, how they enjoy the environment. Think about your own reactions as you saw them taking class. Number two, discuss what benefits you're looking for from the program. Obviously, the kicking and punching and all that stuff is fun, but mostly our focus is on developing confidence and character, better study skills, better learning skills, a higher level of self-esteem, and really focusing on protection, not from the standpoint of learning to fight or punch and kick, but really of being aware of the surroundings. Ultimately, we create better leaders, we create better students, and we create people who succeed better in their careers. So talk about what specifically you're hoping to accomplish from our program. The next is take a look at the class schedule and make sure that a couple times a week on average is going to work for you. We have our curriculum structured so that every couple months you want to have about 16 classes on average. Sometimes you come more often, sometimes maybe a little less often, but look at the class schedule and see if you can target a couple times a week on average to come to class. Next is the Mile High Karate Student Creed. It's important between the first and second class to memorize that student creed, because we'll have a little test for at the second lesson and be promoted to white belt if the student creed has been memorized. As a family, please discuss the meaning, not just the words, not just the memorization, but the meaning behind things like I achieve my fullest potential in developing knowledge, honesty, and strength, that I'll develop myself physically and mentally. And clearly that this is about self-protection. It's not about inappropriate fighting. We certainly aren't creating bullies, and we're creating a marvelous solution for those kinds of problems. Talk about goal setting and follow through. Our program is structured with a curriculum that typically takes 3 to 4 years to achieve a first degree black belt. Obviously, once somebody has achieved a black belt, they go on to earn their second and third degree black belt and work from there. But really talk about goal setting and follow through. What we're running is a school. It's a school just like elementary, middle school, high school, or college. And it's a curriculum that evolves, so it's not just a month-to-month recreational or seasonal activity. It is an ongoing curriculum. So think as a family about follow through and commitment. The next thing is that most of the kids that we enroll end up with mom or dad taking class with them. Certainly you're not required to. But what we do find is if a family trains together, one, their mental retention of the material, their ability to push each other, and their ability to just have a lot of fun. And it's one of the few things, especially sports activities, that kids and parents can do together. So think about doing that as a family. Also, what we find is, especially for children, but for adults as well, is we'll work really hard to make sure you get to know the other students in the school and get familiar, know their names, know their contact information, and so forth. But we also recommend that best friend from school, best friend from Scouts, best friend from other activities, best friend in the neighborhood. You might consider who else might be a good fit for the class and suggest that they come with you for the second class, so therefore there's some comfort level and a friend already in the school. The last thing is at the second lesson, as I said, we're going to go through an evaluation. We're going to explain the structure of the programs. We're going to go over everything from class schedule to tuition. What we'll do is finalize the enrollment. We do require that both parents for children, anybody involved in transportation or finances, be at the second class. So please find a time that both parents are going to be able to attend, or anybody else involved in transportation, husband, wife, and so forth, can attend that class. At the class, be prepared to do a deposit on the tuition. Typically, we do a couple months of tuition initially to finalize the enrollment. typically there's going to be a pretty significant discount at the second lesson for finalizing the enrollment. So you might look at your budget a little bit, you might look at your desired level of interest, desire to continue, and we'll finalize your enrollment next time. But again, we're going to do an evaluation, go over the structure of programs. The instructors will recommend the right program for you, and they'll go over the tuition options and go ahead and be prepared to finalize that enrollment at that second class. Anyway, we're going to answer any and every question you have. Thank you for going through this website. There's a lot of information here that will support your decision, and also just be prepared with all the decision makers to come down, go through the evaluations, and make a decision next time. Thank you so much, and welcome to Mile High Karate. I'm glad to have you.